It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the New York Giants on Monday Night Prime Time.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
They'll run here with a rookie. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Now Wilson. And right away, he lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face third and short. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. Well, so much for picking it up on the ground on third down. Third play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here that if you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back to Robinson now on first down. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
From the shotgun, it's Penix. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Deonte Banks with it. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback,
yeah,
you've got to make that throw, right?
Yeah.
That's got to be completed.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Wilson to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
Tracy going to get it on first down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Well, certainly not an ideal first quarter for him. Remember, he lost the fumble earlier, and here he ends up on the ground with a sack.
And sometimes what happens when you make a mistake early, you get too cautious going forward. Just cover up the football and take care of it and be able to cut it loose. Otherwise, your offense is going to stall.
Here's Wilson. That is caught. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And Robinson, the motion man right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Now Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. In motion right is Robinson. To throw is Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 17-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
Once again, he finds Slayton. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Darius Slayton from 17 yards out. And the Giants use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. A 10-play drive that time, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
To the sideline and incomplete.
Absolutely nowhere to go with the football, and he's just going to put this one in the Hudson River. Maybe he's a little fortunate he didn't get called for grounding because that one was well over everyone's head.
Here's 2nd and 10. Penix working out of the gun here. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 45-yard line. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 6. And looking to throw, Penix. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Penix. And this will be caught by Mooney. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw again is Penix. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. In motion goes the tight end. Looking to throw, Penix. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. They'll throw with Penix. Escaping the pressure. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Michael Penix, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with him. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Left side, he's got Robinson. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Wilson. Open man, that's Malik Neighbors. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
2nd and 9.
Here's Wilson.
That's complete. It's Neighbors.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 44-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now it's Wilson. That ball caught by Slayton. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the first down.
Now it's Wilson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 23 yards on the play.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Now it's Tracy.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
He'll try again.
And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Giants have taken the lead.
Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Gano now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Atlanta regains possession of the football.
They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
To the air, Penix. That's complete to Mooney.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Now Penix.
Over the middle, that's caught by McLeod. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's second down and 8.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw again.
He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Robinson up the middle. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
11 yards there, just like last play.
Partner, we always talk about how important third down is, but I think first down is equally important because everything comes off of that play. If the defense wins the down, they are able to attack. If the offense wins the down, they might go faster, do other things, and change things up. That big play right there allows this offense to really get in gear.
A play fake. Now Penix.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose, and boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Second down and 4.
Back to throw here. Incomplete. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down.
From the shotgun, it's Penix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important third down conversion right there because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Penix to the air once more. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
They'll try and throw. Here's Penix.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Well, they are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down.
And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons.
From the left hash, a chip shot here.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no wind. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Here's Wilson.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Wilson. That's complete to Slayton. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Play action. Now Wilson rolling to his left. Fighting to stay on his feet past midfield. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Wilson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
On the give, it's Tracy.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Falcons offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. And what's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And looking to throw, Penix. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
Operating from the gun, Penix.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
They need 18 yards here on third down. Looking to throw, Penix. That's out wide here for Robinson.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
They'll start with a run by Tracy.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Right back to Tracy. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20.
And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line.
94 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
So all the way down close to the goal line. Good blocking up front. Helped to spring it.
When this drive is over, he's got to get to the bench and sing kumbaya with the offensive line, doesn't he? Big-time openings for him. Gets him all the way down to the 2-yard line. Let's see if they can pound it in.
Here's Wilson to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton with his second touchdown of the night.
And the Giants add 6 to their lead.
That, of course, all set up by the big run on the play prior. They took advantage right away with the touchdown throw.
And you mentioned advantage, probably taking advantage of their natural instinct after that previous play to be aggressive and rush towards the line of scrimmage. And instead, they were vulnerable to the pass.
Gano for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Robinson. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8. They'll go play action here with Penix. That's complete to the tight end, Werner.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, that was an okay hookup there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
They'll throw with Penix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
Now it's Wilson.
There's a short one caught by Johnson.
Just a gain of a couple there. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Wilson.
That is caught. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Throwing is Wilson. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
The Falcons offense and Michael Penix set to take over once more. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now Penix. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here's Penix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
To the air, Penix.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a 1st down on that last catch as well. They'll look to throw again. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their 1st-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
They'll run this one right with Robinson. 53 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
from the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
He'll drop to throw.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw here. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Brian Burns able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football, not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4.
They'll hand it to Tracy.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They'll go again with Tracy.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
Now that's a killer because you think you've got it absolutely covered, and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a 1st down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
Looks like you're exactly right. Looked like a for sure stop on 3rd, and then the tables turned. In motion, the tight end. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here's Wilson.
Robinson hauling it in outright.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Tracy trying the right side.
Oh, nice move.
And he will have a Giants 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, Keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Wilson.
That's caught left side by Neighbors.
10-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Now it's Wilson. This will be caught at about the 5. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Here's Wilson. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now.
And the Giants have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Well, I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up 1st downs, and if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Gano now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And looking to throw, Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to throw, Penix. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 22-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Throw left side complete to McLeod. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ray McLeod, a 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Coup for the extra point.
And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So the drive there took 6 plays, and the Falcons score to cap it off. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics would tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. On the ground, here comes Tracy.
And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
On the run is Tracy.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Running left is Tracy. And he is going to have a New York first down, and the Giants are going to win the football game.
And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee.
Second and 11. Here's Tracy. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So it's a win here for the Giants, and it was thanks largely due to the play of the quarterback, CD, a guy who's been doing it for a while, and that's Russell Wilson.
Yeah, he really had a great night throwing the football. 3 touchdown passes. He was totally locked in. He was precise, and he really willed his guys to the victory.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From MetLife Stadium, good night, everybody.